Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. Where are the plays at? Bear market plays? Do we have any bear market plays? ENS domains, it's moving. I want to talk about the stablecoin strategy here, Pulsechain, and more. Shout out to the boomers in the chat. Adrian, good morning, sir. Everybody else over there on the Discord, I see Chewy, i7, Luca, Wally logged in. Make sure you join the Champagne Crypto Champagne Room Discord immediately. Stay tuned in to DeFi leads, NFT leads. You can tap into the champ outside of YouTube. Shout out to the Meta Maniacs. It looks like we have a small little bounce back. There is some green on the charts today, but again, I'm not entirely convinced that the trend has at all changed. Now we see Bitcoin back at 30,000, and you see some green on the charts. You know what I mean? If you bought something yesterday, you may want to take something off the table. I'm not entirely convinced. I will continue to repeat my sentiment in the short term is bearish for the markets. Long term bullish crypto space. Let me go ahead and turn off these coins and share my screen over here. You see Hex again is on the green, on the up and up, at up 6.34% at 11, almost 12 cents yesterday after yesterday's breakdown. I mean, it almost went under 10 cents, which was concerning to the champ. I like to see it back up. It looks like 10 cents seems to be the support there for Hex. Now, you can see, I mean, it looks like a good entry point for Hex, although, you know, it may break down. Now, I do believe that Hex is a solid play with the anticipation of Pulsechain coming up very soon. But remember, Pulsechain should have been out by now. They were quoting mid-December. So this Hex price may have already priced in the Pulsechain launch. Okay, I do want to talk about stablecoin strategy, and I do want to talk about these ENS domains. You can see ENS is up as well, up 6.97%. This one has room to boom, I think, because it hasn't really kapumped yet. Let's look at the all-time chart here. You can see the all-time chart. We're at all-time lows, but it seems to me like ENS is starting to pick up some steam. ENS being the service that allows you to buy a domain for your Ethereum wallet address. Okay, so you could catch the champ, champagnecrypto.eth, or if you want to do, 12345.eth, or, whatever may or may not be available. Now, I do think that these things are going to be valuable in the future. They're already moving and grooving. It seems like within the past month, the volume for ENS domain trading has increased about 10 or 20x as far as the volume. I don't know what the floors are. I mean, they're still low. You could mint a name for about $5-10, I think, maybe 20. I don't know. I'm seeing some sales go down over there on the secondary market. ENS domains are NFTs. They're NFTs. So if you own a name, that's an NFT, a non-fungible token that you could trade on OpenSea. So you can only imagine, the .com names, some of them have sold for a lot. Okay, so I'm sitting on a few. I was going to go ahead and start listing because I see some action. But you know what? I may just sit on some of the good names that I have. I have them on other wallets, so I'm not going to go ahead and describe them all because I don't want to dox those wallets. But nevertheless, yes, I have acquired some cool names. I haven't listed them, but maybe I should. I don't know. I could see a situation where, in a few years from now, those names may be worth a lot. Okay, so ENS domains, they got an app where you could purchase the names. It's just like a GoDaddy. I can show it to you. ENS, where's it? App.ENS domains. That's the one that you want to check out. And you can go ahead and search for names or addresses and purchase them if you want. Let me see if I can show this to you guys. Okay, boom. So you come here to app.ens domains, and we can, try for a name, kaboom.eth, I'm sure is taken. Yeah, Kaboom is unavailable. But you could keep doing this, and you find a name that's available, and you can mint the name, and you could use it for your wallet, and or you could sell it on the open market on OpenSea or another marketplace. But the reason for the ENS boom is not clear to me. I ran a couple searches. It just seems like they're becoming more popular some way, but I don't see a clear reason. Now, I think that maybe now, since everything is kind of dead out there in the markets, people are paying attention to what may have value in the future. And, I do think the ENS domains, I've said it before. I mean, I went on a spree. I think it was last summer or last fall where I bought, I think at least 10 names I purchased. So maybe even more. So I'll be probably sitting on them and see what happens to that. Let's look over here on CoinGecko and see who the gainers are. Past 24 hours, you got Osmosis doing well, Cosmos, Aave, KuCoin, Sandbox moving up. Now that I see Sandbox, I'm reminded of the metaverse, guys. And you can see the top 7-day gainer is Decentraland. So out of the top 100, Decentraland has rebounded the best this past week out of all the top 100 coins. Decentraland. Let me see what the floor price for Decentraland is on OpenSea. And this is an OG metaverse. This is probably one of the older ones, right? Let this OpenSea load up, and then let me check out Decentraland here and see what they're hitting for. They got about the same amount of items that Sandbox and Other Side have, but it seems like they're the cheaper one at 2.285 floor price for Ethereum floor price for Decentraland. Decentraland virtual world developed and owned by its users. So you can, you got obviously probably already heard of this. We covered this for years now, honestly. We don't have a bag, though. I'll be honest with you. We don't have a bag. So Decentraland is doing well. Again, I am paying attention to these metaverses and seeing, which one pulls ahead in this bear market, which is important to me. I think one of them is going to stay. You got Sandbox at 1.75, but you can see Sandbox does have more items, 140,000. Sandbox has been minting more items. Floor price 1.75 over there. And check out Other Side. Last time we saw it was about 3 ETH for their metaverse. 98,000 units, about the same supply as Decentraland. A little bit more than Decentraland. 3.19 on the floor. Yeah, this is all right. I've been keeping an eye on this, and it seems like they bottomed out at 2.6 ETH for Decentraland or Other Side. Excuse me, for Other Side land deeds, a little bit more than Decentraland. So kaboom to that. Let me check out that chat and see what's really hitting. Hi Champ, are you eligible for Optimism airdrop? I think will be huge. I don't know what the eligibility requirements are for Optimism, so I don't know. Post the information there on the Discord if you have more information on the airdrop. I have heard something about Optimism, the other layer on EVM, but I don't know the specifics. So drop it. Maybe I am eligible. I don't know. Kaboom. Now make sure you check out the Discord. We have some DeFi leads over there. And some questions being asked by the community. Sten has asked if anybody's heard of Sturdy.finance. They're offering 28% on their stables. I said I've never heard of it. It seems like this is a new yield optimizer on Phantom. You may want to check it out. Illcryptmatic posted the other day about BSC degen play, high fixed APY in crypto over 300,000. It's safu.com. I haven't checked that out either. But we have some leads here that you guys may want to check out. Sweatco.in, another app that's similar to StepN. So there's stuff here to look at and do some research on. There's also NFT leads. If you guys are still into that, the NFT bros. I know Poison Elf is strong on the Phantom community, and he's been posting some cool NFTs that he picked up out there. So, and if you haven't heard, the Potluck Protocol over there on Phantom, and we have several of their NFTs. They just signed an agreement with Chainlink to be the first NFT protocol on Phantom to integrate their verifiable randomness function on their future mint. So you may want to check that out. So congrats to them. And congrats to Poison Alpha. Been securing some cool NFTs and making some gains. So congrats. Make sure you join that Discord, and congrats to the users that won the giveaway. Let's see who won. Scuba Zen won, BT won, Sten, Hattie, and JoJo Wave. Okay, so if you're a winner here, you could post your address and you'll be added to the Gold Spades NFT whitelist. This is going to be a free mint for all Medal of Honor holders and those that get on the giveaway, that win the giveaway for the whitelist. So tap in, and I will be doing another giveaway today. I've been with Sweatcoin since 2018, says Bougie Bougie. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it here and there. We just covered another one that seems similar to Steppen, and that's cool. What was the name again? Oh, yeah, it's the one. Sweatcoin. Yeah, that's why you're mentioning it. So Sweatcoin pays to walk. Yeah, someone had posted this in our Discord, and apparently it's an app that's been around, right? Now they're adopting crypto. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a link in our Discord. Let's see what else is hitting. Let's talk about the stablecoin here, because that's in the title. And you know, here's my train of thought here in this bear market, and as Pulsechain approaches. Okay, so for those that didn't sacrifice for Pulse last year, then you know what's the play here. Okay, you can pick up Hex. Maybe that could be a potential. I already did that, but Hex is very volatile. Okay, just this past couple of weeks, we've seen highs of like 18, 19 cents and lows of 10 cents. So, you know, you have a 50% volatility even just past week. In anticipation for the Pulsechain, remember, Pulsechain will be the largest airdrop in crypto history, where they're going to copy every single ERC20 token into the Pulsechain side, and there's going to be a Pulse version. So that you know, there's going to be a P Hex, there's going to be a P Tether, a P USD coin, you know, there's going to be P versions. Now, what those versions are going to be worth, I don't know. I don't assume them to be worth 1-to-1 their ERC20 parent tokens, but I do assume them to be worth something. I don't think they're going to be worth less. Okay, I don't think they're going to be zero. Okay, so it may be 1 penny, 5 cents, I don't know. Okay, but the bottom line here is this. The markets, like Harvey says, it looks like we're going to see a bounce in the markets, but no idea how long it will last. Yeah, listen, we're having a bounce right now. Okay, right now there's green all on the boards. If you guys bought yesterday or the day before, I would be taking profits. Me personally, I think that the strength of the markets right now on the short term is low. And that being said, I see more potential for things to go down than for things to go up in the short term. I'm talking about the short term, okay? In the next few weeks, let's say. Maybe the most 30 days. I don't know what's going to happen after that. It certainly looks like it's going to be bearish even after that, but I'm not trying to look so far right now. Okay, so back to the stable strategy here, okay? This is what I'm considering. You know that I've consolidated into BTC, ETH, stable coins, and Hex. Now, let's erase BTC out of the picture because that's not EVM. Okay, so for everything that's on the EVM side, as we weather this storm, I'm considering what are the benefits of holding something like Ethereum in this market. I mean, listen, I understand. I want more ETH. I get it. I'm talking about for the short term. Okay, for the short term, it certainly seems like there may be potential for Ethereum to go down a little bit more here in the next few weeks. Let me see where the chart is. Certainly the technicals are reflecting that. So ETH against USD is, let me show you this, guys. Launch full view. Here's the full view. It looks like we're bottomed out though, you know. Let me look at full view chart over here. Let that load. And last time I checked, it's still reading sell. It's, you know, obviously it's up today, and it's nice to see it over 2,000. Let this load up. A lot of coins still look a bit overvalued. That's what I'm thinking. And not overvalued, but I think that they have reason to dump. And so you're still reading sell here. So listen to my train of thought, at least for the next few weeks. Being that most of these coins are reading sell, the market conditions look like they may go down in the short term. Tell me why one wouldn't want to hold majority of their bag in stable coins. Okay, because there's little downside risk. Obviously, there is no really upside risk. You know, the stable is the stable. I'm not even talking about staking or anything. I'm just saying, basically, you know, jumping out of ETH and maybe even Hex and going straight to stables. Why? Because you lock in gains, okay, and then you protect yourself from any further downward activity, because it certainly seems like we may go down further. And in the next few weeks to a month, if Pulsechain launches as we are expecting, you're going to get a copy of those stables on the other side. Okay? And if the market swings back around, you can move those stables back into whatever you want. Or maybe the market goes down and you're glad that you have stables because you could buy in at a lower price, and then you still get the copy on the other side. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't see much downside to stables right now. Like, one could argue, you know, whether the stable is really crypto and, you know, the regulation and all that. And that stuff exists regardless of the market conditions that's happening right now. Those are just inherent with stablecoin. You know, how centralized they are, whether it's USDC can turn off the blockchain or turn off their token, or whether DT is actually collateralized, or whether DAI is the most stable. Those are things that are aside from the trend of the price right now. So I'm not necessarily considering that. I'm talking about just trend. It appears like the markets may go lower. Bitcoin has... I have reason to believe Bitcoin can reach 20,000 and below in the short term. Okay, and you know how that goes. If BTC goes down, everything else will go down with it. Okay, Ethereum as well. So, you know, and Hex too. I mean, you got Hex, which I mean, I'm excited about Hex. I think it's going to do well on Pulse and all that, but the volatility is kind of wild. Now it's up on the green today. Would it be smart just to sell the Hex, get USDC, and just sit comfy? Sit comfy and wait for that Pulse. The Pulse launches. Hex is going to dump anyway when Pulse launches. Okay, the stable coins are stable, so they should stay the same. Okay, at that point, boom, 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 you could buy Hex when it dumps. Or you could buy in at your favorite blue chips at a lower price. Now, let me put a disclaimer out here. I am not giving financial advice. I am speaking out loud, thinking out loud. I don't know if this is a sound strategy or not. I'm not your block father. I'm actually asking for some feedback here in the community. What do you think? What's your opinion? Okay, but they certainly seems to make some sense to me. Shout out to Harvey, bougie, always knew. So, again, the argument for stable coins right now is high. It's high. When you look at most of these coins are reading sell. So, you know, could ETH go to 1,500? Probably. You know, could BTC go to 24, 25? Probably. And I'm talking short term. I'm not saying I'm holding stables. No. I'm talking about for, like, this is the move for, you know, the next week or 3 or something. I already have some stables. Okay, I'm just considering moving some of that ETH into stables too. And maybe even some of the Hex. I don't know. Okay, but look, we do know that Ethereum has reason to go down in the short term, and that when Pulse launches, you're not going to get an Ether copy on that side. You're going to get just one Pulse per every ETH, which is not that sexy. You know, but DC, stable coins, DT, Sounds all right. It might be the move for the next few months, to be honest, says Harvey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see. Let me see how I can put it. I don't see a lot of upside in the short term for BTC and ETH. I don't see much of an upside in the short term for BTC and ETH. Now, I think what has potential is this Pulse thing, right? It's the new guy on the block. It's a bear market. It may make some noise in the first day or the first week. I'm not saying it's the new coin or anything. I'm just saying there's meat on the bones for the debut. So I want to be ready for that debut to strike when the iron's hot. To strike when the iron's hot and to make gains that first day or that first week. While people are saying, oh, 5,000x because I'm going to hold it for the next year. Listen, I'm down, but let me get back the initial investment plus some more before we talk about the next year. I need the bag today. This year looks like a bit of a write-off for crypto. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Even for the greater markets. I was checking out the S&P. Let's check out the SPY. And you can see, I mean, it's not just crypto. Okay, the fiat markets, legacy markets are hurting. Okay, it's been on the downwards basically all year. So let's check out the SPY, which is the S&P index. Year to date. So since January, you see, this has been down. We're down from the beginning of the year. It's just down all year. Let's check out that 1 year. And this is the S&P, guys. 1 year lows. Let's check out that 5 year. We got when you look at the 5 year here, and look, this is the Rona dip right here in the middle. This is Corona, and we went straight up ever since Corona. This is the first time that the markets are going down since Corona, kind of cooling off. So you know what I think is that we can, we could retrace. We could retrace back here to about 330 points. Right now we're currently at 390. The top here. Let's see how much we've lost since the top here. So how much percentage? So we got. From the top over there, about 20%, 18-20% from the top. Okay, and let's see what we lost from the top on Corona. About about 30%, a little more than 30% from Corona. And then we had a major pump from the bottom there all the way to the top. Let's see what the top to the bottom is here. How much did we boom from the lows? You hold down shift and then we come over here. So you're looking at about a market has grown about 50% plus since Corona lows. This is the entire market, and that seems kind of small. I mean, I think it should have grown more. I don't know. Look, this chart looks like it's going to go down. It looks like it's going to go down, bounce up, and it's kind of looking like that BTC chart. It goes up. It has to trade sideways for a little while. Look at this 5 year again. So going back to this is more sideways than this is. But it seems like we have a little crash. It goes up. A little crash. It goes up. A crash. It goes up. So maybe this crash will be more pronounced before we go back up again. I don't know, but it certainly seems like we're bearish in the legacy markets for now, and it seems like the next support is somewhere around 350, which could be another. I'm not very good at. There it is. So another maybe even 15% loss on the greater markets. So keep an eye on that, guys. And because of this, in this climate that we're in, I feel like, we have little reason to boom. If the trend changes, certainly, I wouldn't be talking the same talk that I'm talking right now. I wouldn't be talking stables or whatnot. But that's what it is, guys. We got to be patient. This is the Bitcoin waiting room. And it certainly seems like stable coins may be a strategy because you lock in and you basically protect yourself from loss, assuming there's no custody problems and no, regulation on the stable. I'm just talking about market. You can mitigate your loss. You can, stop your locks, and you have a potential to make a copy with this Pulsechain thing. Okay. You're going to get a free copy of stable coins on Pulsechain. So you can do whatever you want with that free copy. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a penny. Let's say, let's say you got 10K of stable and then you get 1%. I think it's going to be more, honestly, but let's say it's 1%. You maybe get a free $100, which is not much, but hey, whatever. It's better than losing out there. It's better than, holding ETH from 2000 to 1400 and, hodling through the storm. Joey says, good morning and God bless you and your family. Thank you, Joey. God bless you as well. Always New says, when's the next Fed meeting, champ? I don't know. They didn't have a meeting like a month or, like this month, like a week or two ago. So I don't think it's anytime soon. So much so here that I'm thinking of more stables, guys. Now, I would consider selling my ETH for stables before I consider selling my Hex for stable, because I think that there's more potential upside for Hex in the short term with what's going on. But I may be wrong. It's never bad to have ETH. Okay, if you don't want to do anything and you just want to sit down and wait, it's not bad to weather the storm with ETH either. But since I'm here daily, kabooming, and I'm active on these crypto streets, that's my argument. I'm saying, for the next few weeks, the argument of holding stable coins is actually kind of strong. And I'm not the stable head. I'm basically a BTC maxi. That's how I came up. But I don't want to be stuck in old ways either. Like some of these BTC maxis, they never even came to Ethereum. And they're still, and some of them are only using Ethereum and they haven't even used an all chain. It's just Bitcoin for them. And listen, I get it. BTC is my main bag too, but that doesn't mean you can't try things out. And BTC is not what we thought it was, guys. People thought it was Monero, really, but it's not. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Make sure you hit the gym. I hit my squats today. And some light chest. Some squats and some light chest. And I topped it off with some abs. I am not doing the Strong Lifts program, although I've been talking about it. I follow it. I still follow the main compound exercises, but I'm actually doing 4 days a week instead of 3 days. Strong Lifts has you doing 3 days. That program has more weight though than what I'm doing now. It's like, they do 5 sets of 5. I probably do like 3 sets now. I work up to 3 heavy sets. But it's all good. I'm still going 4 days a week, and make sure you tap in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, during the last bear market, we focused on self-improvement in the Bitcoin waiting room. As we waited for Bitcoin to boom, we got our physical and our mind right there, and we started banging out the weights. So you already know. Make sure you're physically trained. Okay? Don't be looking like Richard Hart out there. Don't be looking like Vitalik out there. You may have a fat bag and a cool Rolex or anything, but you're looking sloppy if you're looking like either of them. Either a skinny mini or... we don't need no skinny minis or no fat boys. We need 300 crypto soldiers here in the box. Okay? You got to get your mind right and your physical right. Because, yeah, you may have all these bags and you may have all these, little trinkets, but if you don't have your physical frame tuned up, you may not last. Don't skip leg squat. You know it. Did legs twice this week. And my deadlift. So shout out to Batman. Welcome back, Batman. And Batman puts in that work. I know Batman lifts the weight. Harvey Williams responded to Always New. The next Fed meeting is June 14th or 15th, says Harvey. Thank you. Joey's here. He says, start smashing the likes. Yeah, man, start smashing. Shout out to Queen's Races, an old school OG cryptomaniac that pulled back up to the chat earlier this week and threw me a super chat. It's been a while since we had a super chat. It was a time there we were getting super chats left and right. And that kind of died down. I don't know why. The viewership's still about the same. So thank you, Queen's Races, for the $10 gratuity. And if you're getting any value from the stream, follow the lead. Drop a little ducats in the bucket. You know, we can use them in a bear market. You already know. Shout out to Always New, Joey Ray, and the rest of the crypto maniacs. Have I missed anything? No. Recap, we're in the bear market. I'm really considering more stables because there's little downside and some upside with this Pulsechain fork, this airdrop that's going on. I'm telling you guys, I'm excited about it. It's something to look forward to. It's something new. I'm very interested to see how it's going to behave. And I'm fairly convinced, and again, that's IMO in my opinion, I'm fairly convinced that there's some meat on the bones for those that got in early on the sacrifice for Pulsechain. And that's my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. You can't have any expectation for profit from the work of others. I do understand that, but you know, it looks like there's some potential. That's all, you know. And if it doesn't pan out where there's nothing to be made, hey, it is what it is. But it certainly looks promising. IMO. Kaboom! Shout out to New Ray Batman. Drop a comment, guys. Let me know what's shaking and baking out there. So I got the squats in. I did a little bit of chest, a little bit of abs. And I'm trying to get my mind right. I want to get, like, I don't know if there's a specific, like, meal service. I know that Vertical Diet offers one, and there's Icon Meals. Maybe I can, my intent is to get on something, like, strict with the diet. And I know what it is, but, like, you got to have the meals prepared, you know, or you got to commit to prepare them. And I haven't. To be honest with you. Now, I'm not eating that sloppy. I'm eating more, though, which is okay because I'm not trying to lose weight. But if you want to make some gains, the diet is just as, if not more important than the actual exercise itself. Have you looked at Sturdy, champ? I took a quick look at it. I know that it was on Phantom. I responded to you, though, Sten. I've never seen it before other than when you dropped the link. You know, I'll be honest, like, I'll wait to see if more people talk about it. I'm not that thirsty to jump into a platform right now. But it looked cool. I mean, you know, it had a clean website. I've never heard of it, so it may or may not be legit. I just don't know. But I did check it out. And I saw that it was Phantom as well. So, you know, I like FTM. All right, and ENS domains, guys. ENS app. Not a bad time to, you know, stack up some ENS domains. I already did that. You know, I already got 10 plus ENS domain. I want to say maybe even 20. I don't know how many it is, but definitely more than 10. And I'm sitting on them. I got some good ones too. And I've actually squatted a protocol's name. I don't know if the word squat, but I sniped out a protocol's name. And they're trying to act brand new, but they're going to end up buying it eventually. They're going to have to. Okay, yeah, me too. I was just wondering. We'll report back on Discord. Yeah, let me know what's out there. Of course, you know the deal. I don't got to, you know, act like your crypto daddy and tell you to be careful or anything. You know the deal. You know, let me know if it's cool, and I'll keep an eye out or an ear out to see if someone else mentions it. Usually that's kind of what I do. I see if more people mention it, because if something's working, more than one person is going to talk about it. Always New says USDT could be the next US Terra Luna. Yeah, we've heard that for a long time. I mean, we've heard that for a long time. I don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, it doesn't have the algorithmic, it's not an algorithmic coin. So, you know, I don't know if it's vulnerable in the same ways. But, you know, you already heard Yellen talking about regulation for stablecoins, so. But I don't know. It's the biggest one, And a tether breakdown will be way worse than the UST breakdown, because tether is collateralized to mint DAI, so that would break down DAI as well in the compound, or what is it, maker protocol. But I don't want to be so negative. I don't think it's completely doom and gloom. USDT has always been criticized, and they're still there, guys. They just released a financial statement. Okay, I hope it's good. But I'll tell you this: if they collapse, it's over. I don't say it's over, but it would be a greater impact than the UST crash. Now, out of DT, DAI, and DC, DAI seems pretty sound, but when you realize that a lot of it is collateralized by Tether, then it's vulnerable. And then, of course, you got USDC. They're basically centralized with Coinbase, but Coinbase has paid the piper. Okay, they are in bed with the feds. They've pulled up first. Like, it seems like they got the pass. They've been paying. You got to pay the piper to play. So, I'll be honest with you. I deal with USDC more than the other ones, but I do realize they can pull the plug too, guys. I'm not, I don't say it's rainbows and unicorns either. That being said, I understand those arguments, but aside from that, like, the market conditions shouldn't really impact stablecoins. They should stay stable. It's, regulation and things outside of just like the trading that would impact it. I mean, also everything else is paired with USDT on exchanges. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what, though, USDT is stronger than most would probably believe. I mean, I've heard criticisms about USDT for a long time. It's been around for a long time, too. It earned its stripes, so. But, this is crypto. Anything can happen. If it breaks down, it would be ugly, but I don't think it would be the end. It'd certainly be really bad, though. But there's some, it seems to me like there's a certain hate to Tether, and there's a little hate thrown on stable coins. And I'll be honest, I'm not entirely attracted to them either, but they also have their own utility. And, rather than be so idealistic, sometimes it's good to take advantage of what you have right in front of you. BTC dumping a little right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not all excited that it went over 30,000. It has reason to dump. And that's why I'm talking the stable talk right now. So, flip that ETH into stables and just kind of wait around, or flip those ERC20s into stables and just wait, get that copy, and maybe you could buy back in for lower in the next month or so. Because again, guys, I don't mean to be sounding like a doomer, but the market seems like it has reason to dip further in the short term, which may present an opportunity. Let's check out that BTC chart one more time. There it is. Yeah, 29,000 again. It just broke down. I'm not surprised at all. Let's look at that 1 year. Yeah, even this is pretty bearish. Yeah, pretty bearish. Pretty bearish. Yeah, we're heading down, guys. Look at this. Look at the big picture here. We're heading to 20,000. We're heading to 19, 20,000. You see this little notch right here? We'll probably test that in the next few weeks. Same thing with ETH. They move in tandem. It's all good though. Okay, look at this boom we had back in 2017. The doom for a while, sideways trading, and eventually it came back like a champ. And I think that's going to be the case for the next run. We may have to wait a year, even more. Hopefully not, being that the cycles appear to move faster. But, hopefully by 2024, we'll see a pump again. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Monthly chart looking very scary. Yeah, it is. I told you guys, hunker down. I've been calling it for ever since we dipped under 50,000. I told you that the possibilities to go into the teens has been on the table. Don't act like the champ hasn't told you guys. I kept playing the game. Even in the low 40s, the high 30s. But once we started dipping under 38, getting closer to 35, and I started seeing some of my favorite altcoins break down, Phantom, DeFi Kingdoms, all that. You know what I said weeks ago? I consolidated. Let me get them blue chips, and the only real ERC I'm playing with, speculating on was Hex, and I already got enough Hex. I may even sell it to USDC. Okay, I don't know. I'll keep you guys tuned in. And again, I'm not your block father. I'm not your crypto daddy. I'm not your financial advisor. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just an enthusiast. I do know what I'm talking about, or I'd like to think that I know what I'm talking about, but you shouldn't be taking advice from anybody but yourself, the Lord, or your certified financial advisor, or your therapist, or whatever I don't even know if you should take advice from a therapist, honestly. Seems like anybody can get a psychology degree and call themselves a therapist right now. But you get the point, guys. Okay? Don't come crying over here because my opinions didn't match with yours, or if they did or didn't match with the future. Got to throw out the disclaimer, the crypto Karen disclaimer, the crypto cucks disclaimer. There's always at least one lurking silently out there. I know you're listening, Mr. Crypto Karen, because it's probably a Mr. Okay? A Crypto Ken. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto.